I don't know how many that was. My thumb has been trying lately to tell me to retire. It's just slowing down. My thumb used to be so fast, and now it's like, do you know how old I am? It wants me to get an auto harp and just I bet your thumb, yeah, but I bet your thumb doesn't have shit on even my old thumb. Okay, so this next one used to be really fast. Was that just mentioning trips to Nova Scotia, take trips to San Francisco, Oakland, just Kentucky. I can't even say it that fast. Here's Scott, now you got something to prove? Do it for the monsters under your bed, do it for the teachers under your mom, burner took to make us strong. We won't stop until somebody calls the cops, and even then we'll start again. Just pretend that nothing ever happened. We won't stop until somebody calls the cops, and even then we'll start again. Just pretend that nothing ever happened. We're just dancing, we're just hugging, singing, cheering, kissing, tugging. I'll sleep about how it used to be. How's it gonna be? I'll drop kick Russell Stover, moving to the starting over. It's like reggae. Starting over. Listening to my friends, are watching me achieve my dreams. And we'll pray all day, every day, that all the shit our president has got us in will go away. And we'll strive to figure out a way we can survive these trying times without losing our minds. So if you want to burn yourself, remember that I love you. If you want to cut yourself, remember that I love you. If you want to kill yourself, remember that I love you. Call me up before you're dead. We can make some plans instead. Send me an IM, I'll be your friend. Shysters live from scheme to scheme, but my fourth quarter pipe dreams are seeming more and more worth fighting for. So I'll create some situations, make my job a big vacation, and I'll say fuck. You know? You know. Trump, ICE. I could just go on and on, right? On and on. Oh, Paul Raggin's fucking face. That was cool. So many. You know. I don't even have to listen.
Just go to the Twitter feed.
We can laugh, but I'm scared. Thanks. I'm like, where am I? Who am I? Oh. No, I know. I was thinking about like. My name was Oh, sorry, June. My name was June. It's so scary. So scary. Like I watch that shit and I'm just like, that could happen. The fact that we could like watch shows like that and just be like, totally possible. Anyways, my war paint is Sharpie ink, and I'll show you how much my shit stinks. And ask you what you think, because your thoughts and words are powerful. They think we're disposable, well, both my thumbs opposable. Does anybody watch the show? Handmaid's Tale? Just us?
Yeah.
Spelled out on a double word and a triple letter. We won't stop until somebody calls the cops, and even then we'll start again and just pretend that nothing ever happened. We won't stop until somebody calls the cops, and even then we'll start again, just pretend that nothing ever happened. We won't stop until somebody calls the cops, and even then we'll start again, just pretend that nothing ever happened. We won't stop until somebody calls the cops, and even then we'll start again, just pretend that nothing ever happened. We're just dancing, we're just hugging, singing, screaming, kissing, tugging, on sleep of how it used to be. I want to try another newer one, but I have to remember it. You want to bear with me while I try to remember one? Okay, but I've only played it a few times. Okay. No, it's new. I mean, it's new, like 2 years new, but like, it's not Googleable. I always have to Google my own chords before I have. Shit, this one's not on the Googles yet. I'm gonna try. It's one that I wrote for someone else. Very deeply muffled. I don't write love songs often, but I think this is the second one out of like 55 albums. We're in this together, where there's one set of footprints. You are on my back. There's no winter we can't weather. No wall that's too tall, no castle too black. When I open up my mouth and only one word comes out, it isn't because I have nothing to say. If you could see through my eyes, maybe you would realize why I am this way. Trauma affects communication. Communication and devotion don't always coexist, but I will try to carry you till I'm on my deathbed, if it means that you can live. And I decided that I want to live too. I don't want to die anymore, but I need someone who can carry me to and hold the door. I'll hold the door for you, but will you hold the door for me? I'll hold the door for you, but will you hold the door for me? When I opened up my mouth and only one word came out, it wasn't because I had nothing else to say. If you could see through my eyes, maybe you would realize why I ended up this way. And see, I'm trying to change. We're in this together, where there's one set of footprints. You were on my back. There's no winter we couldn't weather. No wall was too tall, no castle too black. That's from my boy from Hodor. That will also be on this never-ending, never-finished album. As well as, I can remember it. Okay. This one I really have to dig deep to try to remember how it goes. All the lips I kissed were wilted like gold, deflated balloons. Your lips were out of my skill set, but I did what I could do. And the northern lights were quilted baby powder for the flu. This tin can with wings was made of recycling and string and glue. And a pocket full of sorcery, and a bathtub full of tears. a really big umbrella, and a lot of teddy bears. Dogs, cats, bats, frogs, snakes, and cauldrons. If these walls had ears, they would fold themselves up like cranes and say, "Peace, I'm out of here." They would fold themselves up like cranes and say, "Peace, I'm out of here." I'm gonna fly away, hop into the fireplace, wash myself right down the drain, blast off into outer space. I wanna fly away, hop into the fireplace, wash myself right down the drain, blast off into outer space. I like doing cannonballs. I like drinking chamomile. I am drafty in the fall, but I've got good curb appeal. People put down a deposit, but then once I let them in, the skeletons inside my closet chase them right back out again. This year sure feels like the end times. We've watched the greatest float away, and we've seen our sick friends suffer with bills they can't afford to pay. If there's one thing that I've learned here on this planet blue and green, it's that the hardest chains to break are the ones that we can't see. It's that the hardest chains to break are the ones that we can't see. I'm gonna fly away, hop into the fireplace, wash myself right down the drain, blast off into outer space. I'm gonna fly away, hop into the fireplace, wash myself right down the drain, blast off into outer space, while whispering Amazing Grace. Oh, we're in a church. And some Amazing Grace. Amazing grace, how sweet is the taste of your lover's face after it's been between your legs. Amazing grace, how hot is the fire, how hot is the fire, how hot. This next one is another finger picking one, but I'm not going to finger pick it because of that sound. I'll try to strum it. This next one's about a couple of friends of mine, and the family of one of the friends in the song is here, and I've never played it with them, I've never before, and I feel really grateful that they're here, and really sad at this end. I don't usually strum this, but I'm gonna try. this new tattoo of which the story must be told about the night I almost overdosed 10 years ago. I woke up in the hospital with skin clammy and cold, with tubes in my urethra, down my throat and up my nose. My friends and the doctors were all shocked I wasn't dead. That's when Katrina looked at me, and this is what she said: walk like thunder, walk like thunder, walk like thunder, walk like thunder. So I walked to the rebel spot, I walked all over uptown. I walked right side up and I walked upside down. I walked to Chetsamoka with my eyes fixed on the ground. Yeah, walked all over Chetsea Beach and cut the rocks we found. Then I walked back to my parents' house, I walked back to my old bed. Yeah, I walked back and I walked fast past all the voices in my head. I walked with the sweats and I walked with the chills. I walked in New York City and I walked in Bedford Hills. I walked into open mic nights and I walked into the rooms. I walked feeling optimistic and I walked feeling doomed. I walked with some mama's boys and I walked with some punks. I walked dressed up like a rabbit, I walked dressed up like a skunk. I walked with some givers and I walked with some leeches. I walked all by myself and I walked with the moldy peaches. I walked all over the world so I could sing my songs to you, and to your most desperate emails I'd say, this is what I do. I walk like thunder, walk like thunder, walk like thunder, walk like thunder. But at some point I got so comfortable that I didn't even realize that I'd started to crawl. Then my old friend Tommy died at 37 of a heart attack, and I cracked 'cause people my age are not supposed to die like that. No, 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 no. People my age are not supposed to die like that. He was the old manager of the Sidewalk Cafe. That place was a second home to me. It's where I learned to play, and his personality really helped create a space where a bunch of honest misfits could all gather and feel safe. He was a cynic, a supporter, he was crazy, he was queer. He'd either yell out, cut the bullshit, or he'd say, I'm glad you're here. And it was always such an honor to have Ami on my side. That's why it hit me like a Mack truck when I found out that he died. Yeah, it hit me like a Mack truck when I found out that he died. Then enter Alex, 33 years old, so sick with the cancer and trapped inside a body that betrayed his real gender. We all hoped and prayed that he would go into remission long enough, just long enough to complete his transition. He said, Kimya, did you know 11 Teen's my favorite song? I said, then get your ass on stage right now and you can sing along. That's the very first song I ever wrote all by myself. It's about angels and recovery and friends and hope and health. By the time we finished singing, he was pissed off, he was scared. He said, I lost my home, my lover, my insurance and my hair. And now I'm about to lose you too, my new friend. I looked into those big blue eyes and said, we'll meet again. Yeah, I looked into his sad blue eyes and said, we'll meet again. Then I got the phone call from Melissa, and she told me he was dying. By the time I got to his bedside, we were both already flying. We held hands and we sang songs, tried to be strong, floated around. Well, I cursed the skin that he was in for all the ways it had let him down. Yeah, I cursed the skin that he was in for all the ways it had let him down. But at the same time, I was taking my own body for granted. First I lost sight of my feet, then they became unplanted. I never felt so stupid or so selfish or so sad. Yeah, my body had been good to me and I treated it so bad. Yeah, my body had been good to me and I treated it so bad. Then he said, Mama, I don't want my friends to watch me die. So I kissed his cheek, made him a shirt, and then I said goodbye. And they cremated him in the shirt that I drew of the two of us that said they're flying over you two. Now the silver pink ponies have my homie in their crew. So I tightened up my sneakers and knew what I had to do. I started walking again. I started walking again. I miss my friends. I started walking again. I started walking again. I miss my friends. Walk like thunder. Walk like thunder. Walk like thunder. Walk like thunder.
Lyle. Lyle.
I think, is that your friend?
It's his dad.
Okay.
No.
He's busy. Why don't you come sit down?
Go. Go.
I'll be out of it.
Well, you're going to stay when you leave.
Bye.
Is that your dad? Like this? Homework. Hold on, I'm remembering. This is another one of the newer albums. Doctor said that I stopped growing and a cat's abode is never on the bed. On the internet I'm going to tell cancer to stop killing off our friends and heroes. I'm 5'3", well really 5'2.5". I bet that I'd be 5'4" if my feet weren't so flat, and these sore flat feet are planted firmly on the ground. My brain is made of tangled yarn and my heart is upside down. My chin's a skin-covered peach pit and my belly's full of gravel. And I'm trying to find the sweet spot between wound up and unraveled, because I've never been woven on a loom so neat and even, and there's so few hooks and needles that know what to make of me. And the hat that gave me whiplash was created in my mind by the girl who was my roommate, but just for a little while before I took the Greyhound home. Even though I am full grown, if I'm too far from my parents, I feel freaked out and alone. But before I left, I said, "You are the angel of the morning." She said, "You're 3 times a lady, but this party's really boring." So we climbed up on the table in our fishnets and hot pants, and she said, "Love bites," I said, "Love bleeds," and we started to dance. Then he stormed into the room. He was high on PCP. He said, "Bitch, you know you want this," and he staggered straight towards me. I said, "The cake is in the rain. I never hit that, you're a liar." And he tried to take his pants off, but his Jenkos were on fire. And she said, "You are the wind beneath my maxi pad with wings." So I walked into the window with a milk crate of his things and said, "I'm 5'3", well really 5'2 and a half. I bet that I'd be 5'4" if my feet weren't so flat, and these so flat feet are planted firmly on the carpet. I flipped the bird, made fake fart sounds, and shouted, "Smell my armpit." When I curl up in my bed and I think back on all this shit, I'm so thankful I had friends back then who knew how to knit, who could untangle all my knots and make sense of all my thoughts. She said she is small, but she is strong, and you need to get lost. Well, I misheard and I got lost for a year or 2 or 5, fighting demons in a fog, but I made it out alive. Now my thumb is from the Sour Patch, my ribs are under wire, my tongue is a strike anywhere match, my hips are a spare tire that help keep me afloat when I jump off of sinking ships. It's been 17 years since alcohol passed through these lips, though I'm ready to admit past couple years I took some trips, and I'm so lucky when I hit that crazy slope I didn't slip. I know I'm not perfect, in fact I'm really far from perfect. When I hump the rug, I thump the tub and try to learn from it. I get knocked down, but I get up again. I get knocked down, but I get up again. I'm 5'3". I'm not perfect. 5'3", well really 5'2 and a half. I bet that I'd be 5'4" if my feet weren't so flat, and these sore flat feet are planted firmly on the ground. And my brain is made of tangled yarn, and my heart is upside down, and my eyes are made of broken glass, and my uterus of sand. I wanted a million babies, things don't always go as planned. If I'd been dealt a different hand, but I still have the things I have: a perfect kid and an apartment a block from my mom and dad, and my name on my socks, and no rocks in these shoes, and there's a crack in my ass that the light shines through. I've got my name on my socks, and there's no rocks in these shoes, and there's a crack in my ass that the light shines through. The doctor said that I stopped growing, and a hat's abode is never on the bed. On the internet, I'm gonna tell my friends that I've sworn off the internet, and then I'll check all of the comments. Three more. So I wrote this Kimya. She died last summer of cancer. When I go for a drive, I like to pull off to the side of the road, turn out the lights, get out and look up at the sky. I do this to remind me that I'm really, really tiny in the grand scheme of things, and sometimes this terrifies me. It's only really scary because it makes me feel serene in a way I never thought I'd be, because I've never been so grounded and so humbled and so one with everything. I am grounded, I am humbled, I am one with everything. Rock and roll is fun, but if you ever hear someone say you are huge, look at the moon, look at the stars, look at the sun, look at the ocean and the desert and the mountains and the sky. Say, I am just a speck of dust inside a giant's eye. I am just a speck of dust inside a giant's eye. When I saw Kimya, I really liked it when she said what she said about the giant and the lemmings on the cliff. She said, I like giants, especially girl giants, because all girls feel too big sometimes, regardless of their size. When I go for a drive, I like to pull off to the side of the road and run and jump into the ocean in my clothes. I'm smaller than a poppy seed inside a great big bowl, and the ocean is a giant that can swallow me whole. And I swim for all salvation, and I swim to save my soul, but my soul is just a whisper trapped inside a tornado. So I flip to my back, and I float, and I sing. I am grounded, I am humbled, I am one with everything. I am grounded, I am humbled, I am one with everything. So I talked to Kimya and almost cried when she said that the giant on the cliff wished that she was dead, and the lemmings on the cliff wished that they were dead. So the giant told the lemmings why they ought to live instead. When she thought of all the reasons that they ought to live instead, it made her reconsider all the sad thoughts in her head. So thank you, Kimya. You take what is in your head and you make things that are so beautiful and share them with your friends. We all become important when we realize our goal should be to figure out our role within the context of the whole. And yet rock and roll is fun. But if you ever hear someone say you are huge, look at the moon, look at the stars, look at the sun, look at the ocean and the desert and the mountains and the sky. Say, I am just a speck of dust inside a giant's eye. I am just a speck of dust inside a giant's eye. I am just a speck of dust inside a giant's eye. And I don't want to make her cry, because I like giants. Let me try this one. Usually I have to run through it and I a few times, which I didn't do, so hopefully it's all in there. Left hands hold the leashes and the right hands hold the torches, and the grandpas holding shotguns, swing on porch swings, swing on porches, and the grandmas in their gardens plant more seeds to cut their losses, and the poachers with the pooches and the nooses preheat crosses, and the pooches see the grandpas and they bare their teeth and growl, while their owners turn their noses up like they smell something foul, and they fumble with their crosses, and they start to mumble curses, and they plot ways to get grandpas off of porches into hearses. But the grandpas on the porches are just scarecrows holding toys, and the grandmas in their gardens are paper mache decoys. The real grandmas and grandpas are with all the girls and boys marching downtown to the city hall to make a lot of noise, saying, hands up, don't shoot, I can't breathe. Black lives matter, no justice, no peace. I know that we can overcome, because I had a dream we tore this racist broken system apart at the seams. Sometimes it seems like we've reached the end of the road. We've seen cops and judges sleep together wearing long white robes. They put their white hoods up, try to take the black hoods down, and they don't plan on stopping till we're all in the ground, till we're dead in the ground or we're incarcerated, because prison's a big business form of enslavement. Plantations that profit on black folks in cages, they'll break our backs and keep the wages. It's outrageous that there's no place we can feel safe in this nation. Not in our cars, not at the park, not in subway stations, not at church, the pool, the store, not asking for help, not walking down the street. So we've got to scream and yell, hands up, don't shoot, I can't breathe. Black lives matter, no justice, no peace. I know that we can overcome, because I had a dream we tore this racist broken system apart at the seams. You tweet me my own lyrics, Tell me to stop letting a few bad apples ruin the bunch. Don't minimize the fight comparing apples to cops. This is about the orchard's poison fruits, not loose fruits in a box. Once the soil's been spoiled, the whole crop's corrupt. That's why we need the grassroots working from the ground up. And we look to Black Twitter to stay woke and get some truth. There's just smiling cops and black mug shots on biased corporate news. If you steal cigarillos, or you sell loose cigarettes, or you forget your turn signal, will they see your skin as a threat? Will they kill you and then smear you, then cover it up and lie? Will they call it self-defense? Will they call it suicide? Hands up, don't shoot, I can't breathe. Black lives matter, no justice, no peace. I know that we can overcome because I had a dream we tore this racist broken system apart at the seams. Decades of cultivation start from tiny seeds that were once planted, so we mustn't take the gardens that our elders grew for granted, though it is up to our youth how to grow sown or organized, because movements can't keep moving if old and unsharpened eyes can't see the need to hear what those on the ground have to say. In Ferguson, in Cleveland, Staten Island, the East Bay, Charleston, Phoenix, Detroit, Sanford, Waller, Seattle, Chicago, Los Angeles, Baltimore, climbing flagpoles, burning bridges. Yeah. Climbing flagpoles, taking bridges, locked together to the bark, speaking out against injustice in our music and our art, storming stages to ask candidates when they're gonna start really addressing the issues that are breaking our hearts. Hands up, don't shoot, I can't breathe. Black lives matter, no justice, no peace. I know that we can overcome because I had a dream we tore this racist broken system apart at the seams. What's next? And if the altars are torn down, we'll keep on placing flowers for the boy whose body was in the road for more than 4 hours. We'll honor the dead of every age and every gender, because we can't just have it be the brothers' names that we remember. Black boys on skateboards and black boys in hoodies and little black girls who are on the couch sleeping, and all of the black trans women massacred, too many black folks killed and brutalized, and there's no justice served after the lynchings of our people by the murderous police who stand like hunters around their prey, gasping helpless in the street, feet from the teen girl that they tackled and locked handcuffed in a car right by her 12-year-old brother dying. And no one did CPR. Hands up, don't shoot, I can't breathe. Black lives matter, no justice, no peace. I know that we can overcome because I had a dream we tore this racist broken system apart at the seams. And we'll keep on planting flowers, and we'll fight until the day that we don't have to pick them all, to put them all on graves. Yeah, we'll keep planting flowers, and we'll fight until the day that we don't have to pick them all, to put them all on graves. Hands up, don't shoot, I can't breathe. Black lives matter, no justice, no peace. I know that we can overcome because I had a dream we tore this racist broken system apart at the seams. Thanks so much to the Trunk Space for inviting me. And the Coronado for feeding me. I said I was going to plug Coronado. And they were like, please don't. I'm gonna. So yeah, I have one more song. I was just saying to Emily, because I like it here so much, I was like, I have to figure out a way to have a monthly residency at Trunk Space, right? It's like a black women welcome to a show a month so that I can warm up once a month, get my vitamin D's. Okay, so one more. I didn't unpack all my merch yet, but I have a big bag out there and I'm gonna go straight out there. But I have socks and records and CDs and stickers and shrinky dinks. And I can take cash or cards. Give me all your money. Reparations, motherfucker! Okay, this is something I wrote for my daughter, who's like up to my eyeballs now. I wrote it when she was born. I hope you all have someone in your life who feels the way I feel about her, about you. And if you don't, I'm your grandpa, and I love you. You are my baby, and it's not up to me. What you become, that is up to you. I hope you will be gentle, kind, compassionate, and free. No matter what, I'll always love you unconditionally. No matter what, I'll always love you unconditionally. I'm just going to take one little break, a second, to say after that last song I played, I was thinking the whole time how fucking proud I am of you all who were involved in organizing here to make big political changes here. You guys did fucking great. And I hope you will have a lot of adventures. I hope you won't feel too much pressure to be somebody that you're not. I hope you know that happiness cannot be bought. I hope you know that happiness cannot be bought. And I hope when you are sad, you won't be ashamed to cry. And I hope when you get mad, you won't keep it all inside. I hope you know that feeling bad's a normal part of life. Still, I hope you'll be happy most of the time. Yeah, I hope you'll be happy most of the time. And I hope when you are tired, you know it's okay to be lazy. You can sit around and daydream even if they call you spacey. I hope you know that I'll still love you when I'm old and crazy. I love you more than anything, you'll always be my baby. I love you more than anything, you'll always be my baby. You are my baby, but it's not up to me. What you become, that is up to you. I hope you will be gentle, kind, compassionate, and free. No matter what, I'll always love you unconditionally. No matter what, I'll always love you unconditionally. No matter what, I'll always love you unconditionally.